What's going on, guys? It's Colin here for NextGenTactics, and this is actually take 2 at this commentary. I recorded the full thing in one take and didn't realize I had my microphone muted, so yay for me. And I'm running around with the Recon kit, being aggressive with the bolt-action rifle in these rounds. This is actually 2.5 rounds that I played on Isla Inocentes in Deathmatch. And as I've said before, when I want to screw around and do something different, then I'll play Deathmatch, because I'm not worried about, not successfully playing the objective with a kit that I'm not comfortable with. The reason that I'm running this kit is because it kind of fits into some of the discussion that I'm going to have, because last Tuesday I had the opportunity to co-host a podcast, and the special guest on the hot seat was Daniel Matros, aka Jinto, who is the global community manager for Battlefield for DICE. And we sat down and talked to him. This is the second time, actually, that I've had the chance to chat with him. The first time was actually before E3. So we wanted to follow up after E3 and DreamHack and get his thoughts on, how the response has been to Battlefield 3 so far and any new information that he was able to give us. So I will warn you that he wasn't able to give us a lot of new information. And, he's under strict NDA. He can't, he really can't give out information out of respect for, his employer, his coworkers, and all that sort of thing. But we did have a good chat nonetheless. And one of the things, the reason that I'm running the Recon kit, that they are implementing are some mechanics to try and cope with what he himself called the Wookiee problem in Battlefield. And that is sort of the phenomenon where so many people want to pick up the sniper kit and run with it. And, the Recon kit, but the way that they play it, they want to be sniping. They want to be the sniper. So it's long-range bolt-action guns. And so they're going to put sway in the scopes. That's been implemented, and the intent is to make it more challenging for people to use the weapon. And if a sniper camps for too long in one location, also, that's going to mean that lens flare off of their sniper scope is now going to give away their position. So if you're sniping, you're going to have to keep on the move. Otherwise, your location's going to be pinpointed, and you're going to get taken down. With the sniper scope, though, what I'm also kind of wondering is if that's going to prevent anyone from running around like this and being super aggressive with the Recon kit, because the way it is in Bad Company 2, the scope comes up very, very quickly, and the sensitivity seems to suffer hardly at all when you're in the scope, if at all. And if you have your mouse DPI settings high enough on the PC, then basically you can whip around well in the scope, no problem. And on the console, that's actually a little bit less it's less sensitive when you're aiming down sight. The scope doesn't come up as fast, and, it's not as easy to look around down the scope. So a lot of players that try and adopt this playstyle on PS3 or Xbox actually use the 4-power optic scope, the 4-time scope, on the bolt-action rifles. And you'll see players on PC complaining, you're a 4-times noob sniping, but you just can't be this quick in the scope on the console. So I think that, players have adapted. And I personally don't have any issue with this playstyle. I do all right with it. Like in the 2.5 rounds, I won the first round. I joined one way, way late and didn't win. And then in the third one, I got a pile of kills, was, tops on my team. But we were playing against an organized squad who held down the beach area. They spread out, and that was their strategy, was to hold down the beach and get people coming after them. And it worked, and they won the round. So good game for them. It was a little bit campy for my liking, but, I still had fun running around with this kit. So, more about Battlefield 3. So, one of the big things that I'm curious about is the inclusion of a theater mode. So, as somebody who makes videos, having a theater mode or some way to record your gameplay and then go watch it after the fact rather than recording live, that would be absolutely amazing. And if you had like a spectator mode and the ability to lump various perspectives together, I think that would be a fantastic addition to the game. And it's something really that's necessary for inclusion in the esports leagues. And after DreamHack, they actually received a very positive response from the esports community. And DICE wants the title to be viable as an esports. So what I'm hoping that means is that they're doing everything possible to include these types of features in the game, including LAN support. Now, LAN support's not as big of a deal for me, as I don't play competitively, but as somebody who makes videos, a theater mode would be just absolutely amazing. So, he did not confirm any information, but I really do hope that that's something that we have to look forward to. And another thing that they talked about was the mentality behind the 4-class setup. And they are sticking with 4 classes in Battlefield 3, but the medic function is now actually going to be part of the assault kit. So the guys on the front line with assault rifles, they're going to have the med kits and the ability to revive. And there will be a support class, which carries the LMG, who has the ability to give out ammunition. And I think that that should work pretty well. Now, I do like running the assault kit and having unlimited ammunition, but I think that that'll mean I'm going to have to adapt, and that's fine. I think that with the mechanics they've included for suppressive fire for the LMGs, that'll actually encourage players to use the weapon correctly. They have the ammo boxes they can drop for themselves, and they'll be able to mount the LMG on a flat surface and lay down suppressive fire. And that suppressive fire is actually going to have a graphical and probably an audio impact on the player that they're suppressing, and you gain points for suppression. So, when you're being suppressed, you're going to have graphical blurriness, have to wait to see it to fully understand it, but also you're going to be less accurate. So it's going to be like you're under pressure, and I think that that's going to be a cool tactic if implemented correctly by the players. So the developers can put all these cool things in the game, but hopefully it's up to the players really to adopt those into their gameplay in order to make it effective and really to make the experience as immersive as it can be. But anyway, it's always good to be able to sit down and talk to Daniel. It's as I said, the second time I've talked to him, officially sort of as in a podcast environment, but we're regularly in touch, through Twitter and Skype and that sort of thing. And he's a great guy. Definitely, they are taking into account, what the community thinks, and they monitor the forums. And if you want to get your feedback heard, then you can definitely check out the EA forums, or you can hit him up on Twitter, and it's at Ginto. ZH1NT0, and he's usually very responsive unless he's away and busy. But if you're respectful, then they'll definitely hear you out. And I've always had really good luck reaching the guys at DICE, and hopefully some of my feedback will be implemented in the game, and your feedback and community feedback in general. And I think that is fantastic and really something that makes DICE such a great developer. So on to my current playstyle, and I really like to hear your thoughts on sort of this aggressive Recon playstyle. Do you think that it's overpowered? And I'm not a super skilled gamer on the PC. I'm doing a lot better as of late, but I'm able to be quite successful doing this. So if you put this in the hands of a veteran PC player who has tons of skills, then they are really a force to be reckoned with, because up close, they can best just about any weapon as long as they don't miss that shot. And I missed that shot up close, but a lot of guys don't. So give me your thoughts. Is this something that you'd like to see nerfed or removed from Battlefield 3? Or do you want the aggressive Recon playstyle to be left intact? I kind of have mixed thoughts on it, to be honest. I enjoy playing like this for a bit of fun, but I certainly never play like this when I'm putting my try-hard pants on and being really serious. And I don't do this in objective game types. So that's my take on it. And as always, I welcome your thoughts. And the link to that full podcast will be in the description, or you can search for Don't Revive Me Bro on iTunes. That's it for me, guys. Cheers. Have a good weekend. We'll talk soon.
Hey guys, we now have our own website. Actually, we've always had our own website, but why not follow us on there? There you'll find all our videos conveniently sorted into playlists by game, as well as videos from many other directors that are part of our NGT network.